In 1957, the Treaty of Rome laid the foundation for the Economic and Social Committee, a unique institution designed to ensure that the voices of civil society resonate within the corridors of the European Union. The first Economic and Social Committee plenary session took place in May 1958. It took place in the Belgian Senate, and Walter Holstein, the President of the European Commission, said,
"Ladies and gentlemen, you are the spokespersons for European public opinion on economics. You will share the experience, technical views and concerns of the population. It's the Economic and Social Committee's opinions may significantly alter the face of Europe."
The creation of the Economic and Social Committee was an investment in the human capital, and not just the physical capital, that is indispensable to the working of a complex and modern democratic structure.
Over the years, the committee has become a melting pot of ideas, a crucible where employers, workers and interest groups converge to contribute their insights and recommendations to the European Parliament, the Council and the European Commission.
The number and rich practical experiences that unite you here as directors of companies, trade unionists and representatives of liberal professions will give your judgment a special value. You are close to citizens in the best sense of this word.
Właśnie państwo, wy obecni na tej sali.
It is you of the committee that are the expression of the European democratic voice which we take into account. It is our obligation to listen to what the European Economic and Social Committee, you, have to say.
Wsłuchiwać się w to, co mówi Komitet Społeczno-Ekonomiczny, czyli wy.
Since 1957, the committee has grown from 101 members to 329 today, following the consecutive enlargements of the EU. In 1979, Fabrizia Glorioso was elected the first female president of the committee.
Eleggeranno insieme il Parlamento europeo.
It was also the moment when the European Parliament was elected by universal suffrage for the first time, acquiring more powers. The committee needed to redefine itself with the emergence of a European civil society and its networks.
The committee has become more and more open to civil society. Before it was only done by meetings of the members that were designated by civil society organization in the member state to a public process. But in the 91st, the debate started. In the beginning of the century, more and more progressively, the committee has become an open house for all form of representation of civil society in Europe, so including in our work through hearing, conference, expertise.
One idea always stayed the same, and that is that if employers, workers and civil society at large agree on something and find consensus on a piece of legislation, this means that politicians have a safe ground to build on.
Son Excellence, Monsieur Jacques Delors.
One of the early and core examples of the committee's role and effectiveness was the Community Charter for Fundamental Social Rights for Workers, established in 1989.
Notre Europe a été très heureux de s'associer à cette initiative.
Our Europe was very pleased to be associated with this EESC initiative for two reasons. Firstly, it is always a good idea to learn from what was done years ago, which was not easy at the time. And secondly, a relaunch is needed because it is not enough to adapt a charter in the treaty, it must also be put into practice through policies.
Dans le traité, encore faut-il la faire vivre avec des politiques.
As we journey through time, we witness the committee's role in improving EU legislation, fostering economic cooperation, advocating for social justice and climate change, and addressing the challenges that have shaped our continent.
The vote is open.
The committee's role has been significant in banning planned obsolescence or integrating SME policies in different areas. Its role in the Conference on the Future of Europe, or in establishing and running the European Circular Economy Stakeholder Platform, and most recently in the call for an EU Blue Deal.
the European Parliament must continue to take on board the EESC's authoritative and legitimate input, particularly as it can help Parliament optimise its own legislative mandate.
You make people's voice heard. You make the voices of civil society, of trade unions, of business heard. Through the years, the Committee and the Commission have indeed established an excellent cooperation. We are and we will remain close partners, both in annual policy planning and for the building of our long-term vision.
Today, the committee's role is more vital than ever before. In a world where an ever greater range of interests attempt to influence EU decision-making, the European Commission, Parliament and Council can rely on the committee to be both a wise advisor and, through the expertise of its 329 members, a key partner in optimising the quality of EU policies and legislation.
Congratulations.
In this way, the committee actively shapes the future of Europe and ensures that the voice of organised civil society is heard.
The EU is faced with a lot of challenges, but these challenges are also opportunities. Opportunities for Europe and opportunities for strong, organised civil society. I am pleased that the European Economic and Social Committee plays its role in this respect. I think the EESC is needed more than ever.